Hello students, welcome back with the next video of your chapter number 9, triangles. In the previous videos, we have discussed regarding the basics of triangles and congruency of triangles here. Now we'll discuss the practical problems related with your congruency of triangles here. Let us begin our exercise 9A. Here we have first question here. The given figure show a circle with center O and P is a midpoint of chord AB. So what we have here, we have a circle with center O here. AB is a chord and P is midpoint of AB, which means that PA is equal to PB here. What we have to prove that OP is perpendicular to AB. Now we'll begin with again we have a circle with center O. P is a point on AB such that PA is equal to PB. Here we have PA is equal to PB. What we have to prove that OP is perpendicular to AB. Now if we have to prove that OP is perpendicular to AB, then we have to show that angle OPA. Here we have angle OPA and angle OPB. These two angles are of 90-degree measure. Okay. Now we'll proceed with some construction here. We'll join OA and OB here. OA and OB here. These OA and OB are the radius of your circle here, because distance from the center of the circle. Distance from the center of the circle to the circumference is known as your radius here. So OA and OB here is radius of the circle here. Now we have two triangles here, triangle OPA and triangle OPB. First triangle is OPA and second triangle is OPB. Now we'll compare these triangles and prove them that they are congruent to each other. Okay. What we have here, first OA is equal to OB here, which is ultimately radius of these two circle. Radius of the circle. So two sides of the triangle, that is OA and OB, is the radius of the circle here. Then we have common side OP here. These two triangles have a common side OP here. Next we have PA is equal to PB. We have a condition here that P is a midpoint of chord AB here. So distance PA is equal to PB. Now we have three sides of triangles are equal. Three sides of triangles are equal, which means that the triangle OPA and triangle OPB are congruent to each other by the criteria of side congruency of triangle. Okay, so we can say that triangle OPA is congruent to triangle OPB. And when we say that two triangles are congruent, that means rest of the components, that is angles of these two triangles, are also congruent to each other. So what we have, angle OPA, we have to show that angle OPA is 90 degree. But what we are doing here, two triangles are congruent and this angle is equal to, angle OPA is equal to angle OPB by CPCTC, that is corresponding part of the triangles are congruent here. Okay. Two angles are equal. Now we have to prove that these two angles are of measure 90 degree each. Okay. Now if we look at here, we have chord AB here and P is a line segment which meet at point P here. So what we have, two angles, sum of the two angles that is OPA and angle OPB. This is equal to 180 degree. That is linear pair of angle here. We have linear pair of angle. But according to the first condition, we have OPA is equal to OPB. So what we have, OPA plus OPA, that is equal to 180 degree, which means that both the angle are of measure 90 degree each. Hence we have that OP is perpendicular to AB here. Okay. Next we have the converse of the same question. In this question, what we have again circle with center O here, and here we have condition that OP is perpendicular to AB here. And when we say that OP is perpendicular to AB, that means OPA and OPB both angle measure 90 degree each. Okay, both have 90 degree each measure. What we have to prove that, again we have to prove here that distance from P to A and P to B both are same. So we have to prove that PA is equal to PB here. Again we'll begin with what is given here. We have circle with center O and chord AB is given, and also OP is perpendicular to AB. Now again we proceed with the construction here. We'll join OA and OB here. Now what we have, we'll compare again two triangles. We again have two triangles here, OPA and triangle OPB here. On comparing this, we have these two triangles here, OPA and OPB. When we compare this, one thing is here that since OP is perpendicular to AB, so already explained you that angle OPA and angle OPB both measure 90 degree here. Okay, both have measured 90 degree here. Next we have OA and OB. This is the radius of circle here, radius of circle, that means OA is equal to OB on both sides. So another thing here, longest side of a right angle triangle, that is known as your hypotenuse. So hypotenuse of both of the triangles are same. Next we have OP is equal to OP. This OP is common to both the triangle here. So OP is equal to OP as a common side. So what we have three things here: one right angle, one hypotenuse, and one side here. So according to the RHS criteria of congruency of triangle, we have two triangles are congruent to each other. That is, triangle OPA is congruent to triangle OPB. And again, when we say the triangles are congruent, that means by CPCT. CPCT, that means corresponding part of the congruent triangles are congruent. That means we have third side, that is PA is equal to PB here. We have PA is equal to PB here. Okay, this is what we have to prove. Now again, next we have another category of question here. In triangle ABC, D is a midpoint of BC. We have triangle ABC and D is a midpoint of this side BC here. Okay, when we draw AD here and it is produced toward E, a condition is given that DE is equal to AD. This distance DE is equal to AD. This is given that it is equal here. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove that triangle ABD, that means triangle ABD and triangle ECD are congruent here. So we'll draw a line segment EC or side EC here. so that we can have a complete triangle here, that is EDC or ECD here. Okay. Again, we have two triangles here. The triangles that we have to prove that these triangles are congruent. What we have, two triangles here, and we'll proceed with these two triangles. In these two triangles, what we have, it is given that D is a midpoint of BC. Since D is the midpoint of BC, so distance from B to D and D to C, it is equal. So BD is equal to DC here. Then next part is we have a triangle meeting at a common point D here. Okay, we see here we have a common point D, and triangle meet at this common point D here. Now what we have, ADB, angle ADB and angle EDC. These two angles are vertically opposite to each other. So vertically opposite angles are equal here. Then we have next, AD is equal to DE, which is given in the condition that AD is equal to DE here. This is given in the condition that AD is equal to DE here. So what we have, one side is equal, BD is equal to DC, then one angle is equal and another side is equal. So according to the side angle side criteria, according to the side angle side criteria, what we have, triangles are congruent to each other. Triangle ADB is congruent to triangle EDC here. Now next, second part that we have to prove that AP is equal to EC. Now if we compare these two triangles here, corresponding part of these two triangles are congruent by CPCTC. So what we have, rest of the part of the triangles are also equal. Okay, corresponding part of the triangles are also equal here. So what we can say that this side AB is equal to side EC here. So we can say that AB is equal to EC or CE here. Then what we have to prove that AB is parallel to EC. Now one more thing is here, that angle BAD and angle CED, these two angles are alternate to each other. These two angles are alternate angles here. Since these two angles are alternate angles here, therefore we can say that AB is parallel to EC here. Okay, AB is parallel to EC here. Now this is the third part that we have to prove here. Now next, begin with the question here. We have a triangle ABC in which B angle is equal to angle C here. So what we have given that base angles are same. Then what we have to prove that perpendicular from the midpoint of BC, we have a side BC and D is a midpoint, and we'll draw perpendicular from D to side AB here, and also from D to side AC here. Okay, now begin with, here we have triangle ABC. We draw the DF perpendicular from D to AB and DE perpendicular from D to AC. From a common midpoint D, we have draw two perpendicular on the side AB and AC. When we draw a perpendicular, then here we have angle of 90 degree. Remember this thing, whenever we draw a perpendicular, then on the side where we are drawing the perpendicular, we have angle of 90 degree here. So at F we have an angle of 90 degree, and at E we have an angle of 90 degree Now to prove that DE is equal to DF, DE is equal to DF here. Now again we'll proceed with the two triangles here. First triangle here is triangle DFB and triangle DEC. Okay, DFB and triangle DEC here. So we have this angle 90 degree, this angle 90 degree, because DF is perpendicular on AB and DE is perpendicular on AC. Next we have angle B is equal to angle C, which is given in the condition that B is angle is equal to angle C here. Also D is a midpoint of BC, so BD is equal to DC here. So what we have 90 degree as angle, then another angle, then a side. So what we have angle side. So by angle side criteria of congruency, what we have that triangle DFB is congruent to triangle DEC here. So two triangles are congruent, and when we say that the triangles are congruent, that means their corresponding parts are also congruent. So by CPCT, see here, DE is equal to DF. The third part, that is here we have this side is equal to this side, because these two triangles are congruent to each other. Okay. Then second part of the same question here. In this part, what we have given, again we have a triangle ABC. Again we have a triangle ABC where B is equal to C. Now perpendicular from B to C. This is a perpendicular from B to C. That is, BE is perpendicular on AC. Now we have drawn a perpendicular from the vertex B on AC here. Similarly, we draw a perpendicular from vertex C on AB here. Then what we have to prove? What we have to prove here? To prove that BE is equal to CD here. What we have to prove? BE is equal to CD here. Now, again, we'll proceed with the two triangles here. We have two triangles BEC here. Now, we'll proceed with the triangle BEC, and another triangle we have CD and B here. What is here? We have given that B angle is equal to angle C, and another part here is this angle. Already told you that whenever we draw a perpendicular, so this point has two angles, that is here we have 90 degree and here we have again 90 degree here. Okay. Then we have a common side in both the triangle. In both the triangle here we have a common side BC. So by the criteria of angle side, again we have a angle side and angle side. By the criteria of angle side of congruency of triangles, we have two triangles congruent to each other. And similarly, when we say that triangles are congruent, that means their corresponding part are also congruent. That means by CPCT C here, we have perpendicular, this perpendicular CD on AB and perpendicular BE on EC. That is, CD is equal to BE here. This is what we have to prove here. Okay. Now, next question, important question here. The perpendicular bisector of sides of triangle ABC. We have triangle ABC. Okay. Now we have perpendicular bisector of. Perpendicular bisector, that means from vertex A we draw a perpendicular and it divide the side BC into two equal part here. Similarly, we have perpendicular bisector of AC here, which is BE, and similarly we have perpendicular bisector CF of AB here. Okay, what we have to prove that these perpendicular bisector meet at a common point I here, meet at a common point I, and what we have to prove that IA is equal to IB, IA is equal to IB. What we have to prove that distance from I to each vertex, that is IA, IB and IC, this distance is equal. Okay, now we again begin with in triangle ABC. We have three perpendicular bisector here, perpendicular bisector here in each case. So we have BD is equal to DC. This is a condition of your perpendicular bisector here. What we have to prove, IA is equal to IB is equal to IC. Now we'll begin with two triangles here. First triangle here is triangle BDI, and second triangle is your CDI here. Okay, two triangles we will first compare here. Now what we have here, first part here, BD is equal to DC. Since it is a perpendicular bisector, first condition, D is a perpendicular, D is a point where AD divide BC into two equal halves, so BD is equal to DC here. Then we have this angle IDB or BID, okay, and angle CDI. This angle at this point we have an angle of 90 degree. This is because that AD is perpendicular to BC here. Okay, then we have one more thing is here. These two triangles meet at a common line or common side ID here. Okay, these two triangles have a common side ID here. So what we have here, BD and DC is a side, and we have angle, then again we have a side. So by the criteria of SAS, that is side angle side, we can say that these two triangles are congruent to each other. Okay, and when we say triangles are congruent, that means by CP/CT, that means corresponding part of their triangles, these triangles are also congruent to each other. Their corresponding parts are equal. So what we have, this longer side, that means hypotenuse, this longer side IB is equal to IC here. This is what we have to prove. First IB is equal to AC. Okay, one more thing, why we have to prove that IA is equal to IB here. IA is equal to IB or IA is equal to IC. Anything we can prove here. Now similarly we'll take two more triangles here. First triangle we'll take here is triangle CEI and triangle AEI here. CEI and triangle AEI here. Okay, what we have, again we have CE is equal to AE. Since E is a perpendicular bisector, this IE is perpendicular bisector, so what we have, CE is equal to or EC is equal to AE here. This is the first condition that we already have. One more thing, again this is perpendicular, IE is perpendicular or BE is perpendicular, so angle at point E is 90 degree each here. Okay, then we have a common side, IE as a common side here. So again we have side angle side. So by side angle side criteria, what we have, again two triangles are congruent to each other. And by CPCTC, we can say that this part, that is IC and IA, is again equal here. Okay. Now we have first condition here, IB is equal to IC and IC is equal to IA here. So at last we can say that from these two conditions that IA is equal to IB is equal to IC here. Okay. Now next we proceed with the next question here. If AP bisect angle BAC, we have angle BAC here. Okay, and AP is a line segment which bisect angle BAC here. Okay, and M is any point on AP here. Here we have M any point on AP. Then we have to prove that the perpendicular drawn from M on AB and AC are equal. If I draw a perpendicular from N on AC and ML on AB here, if I draw perpendicular, then we have to prove that these two perpendicular are, that is ML is equal to MN here. This is what we have to prove. Okay. Again, we'll proceed with what is given here. These are the conditions. Now we'll compare. Again, we have two triangles here. Triangles AM and L, or ALM and ANM. We have two triangles here. These are the two triangles here that we have to compare. Now, first we have A angle LAM, that is LAM. This angle is equal to this particular angle, that is MAN or NAM, because it is an angle bisector. Angle bisector, that means this line segment divide the angle into two equal parts. Okay, it divides the angle into two equal parts. So we have these two angles are equal on this side. Then we have this angle is 90 degree because ML is perpendicular on AB here, so this is 90 degree. Again, MN is perpendicular on AN here, so this also angle is equal to 90 degree here. Second condition is true. Then we have AM is equal to AM. These two triangles have a common side AM here. These two triangles have a common side AM here. So we can say that AM is equal to AM here. So what we have here, first we prove that one angle is equal in both the triangle, then another angle, then we have a common side here. So by the criteria of angle side, by the criteria of angle side of congruency of triangle, we have two triangles are congruent to each other. We have two triangles congruent to each other, and when we say that two triangles are congruent, then by CPCTC, corresponding part of their congruent triangle, that means ML, and ML is a perpendicular from M on AB. So we can say that these two distance, that is perpendicular drawn from M to AB and AC, these two distance are equal. Angles are given in the given figure. AB is equal to DB. Okay, what we have, two triangles are given here, triangle ABC and triangle BCD. Two triangles are given here. We have is equal to DB here. AB is equal to DB here, and AC is equal to DC. AC is DC. Also, this side is common. This is given condition. AB is equal to BD, then A is equal to CD. And one more thing is here, this side is common. So these two triangles are congruent to each other by side-side criteria of congruency of. So we have proved that triangles are congruent. That means corresponding part of the triangles are also congruent. So we'll proceed with the angles here. We have angle ACB is equal to angle DCB. This angle is equal to this angle. That is B is equal to DCB. That is because of your CPCT corresponding part. What is ACB? ACB is y plus 15 is equal to what is DCB? 63 degree. So what we have, y is equal to 63 minus that is equal to 48 degree here. Okay. Now then we have to find the value of x here. Also, with angle ABC is equal to angle DBC. This angle equal to this by CPCT. Now AB plus DBC, angle ABC plus DBC. This complete angle is equal to angle ABD. Okay, this complete angle is given ABD, which is equal to 58 degree. Substitute the value. These two angles are equal. So substitute the value of DBC here, which is given here, 2x plus 4 plus 2x plus 4 degree, that is equal to 58. Okay. On solving this, what we have, 4x minus 8 degree is equal to 58. 4x is equal to 58 plus 8, that is equal to 66 degree, and divided by 4, that is equal to 16.5 degree here, which is the of x here. So we'll begin with the two triangle here. First, we prove that these two triangles are congruent to each other. Then we prove that they are congruent to each other. Then we equal the corresponding angle. Okay. Then we equate the corresponding angle and substitute the values of each and every angle to find the value of x and y. Now, another question is here. We have in triangle ABC. AB is equal to A. AB is equal to AC here. Show that altitude AD is median. We have a triangle ABC, and AB is equal to AC, which means it is an isosceles triangle. AD is altitude, and as it is altitude, so we must understand this. Here we have angle ADB, and angle AD is 90 degree. Okay. Now we'll have two right angle here. First right angle is ADB here because it's degree, and another triangle here is ADC here. So we'll compare these two triangles in terms of their congruency. Here we have AB is equal to AC here. This side is equal to this side because these are the sides of the isosceles triangle, triangle ABC. Complete triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle, and it is given in the condition here. Second part, AD is common in both the triangle here. Third part, this angle is 90 degrees. So we have a right angle, and this is hypotenuse. Longest side of a right angle is hypotenuse, and one common side is equal. So by RHS criteria of congruency of triangle, what we have, triangle AD is congruent to triangle ADC here, or which implies that BD is equal to DC. BD is equal to DC, and when we BD is equal to DC, that means D is a midpoint of and we have drawn a altitude from A vertex A. We have drawn altitude from vertex A here. So D is a median. AD is median here. Next, last question from this exercise. I have given two triangles here, triangle ABC and triangle DEF here, and we have to prove that AB is equal to and BD is equal to CF. Which information is given? First is AB is parallel to EF here or FE here. Is here. AB is parallel to EF. Second condition is that AC is equal to DE here. Also, angle C here is equal to angle D here. These are few important part here which is given in the given figure, and then we'll proceed with the triangle ABC and triangle EFD here. First thing here, AB is parallel to EF. AB is parallel to EF. So what we have two angle again here, ABC and triangle in triangle EDF or EFD here. This angle and this angle, we have ABC and FD. These two angles are equal because they are alternate angle to each other. Next, we have AC is equal to DC, which is given in the in your figure. Then we have angle ACB. ACB is also equal to angle EDF, which is also given in the given figure. There angle side criteria of congruency here. We have this angle is equal, this angle equal, this angle equal, then angle and side. Angle side criteria of congruency of triangle. What we have, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EFD. Triangle EFD. And when we say that triangles are congruent, that means by CPCT, corresponding part of the congruent triangles are okay. That means AB is equal to FE. This AB is equal to EF or FE, and BC is equal to DF. Also, we can see here. Now, what is BC? This BC is now BC complete can be written as any point here. If we have this BC can be written as BD plus DC. BD plus DC. Similarly, FD can be written as C point here is on FD here. FD can be written as FC plus CD, FCF plus DC here. Okay. As we have DF is equal to VC, so part are also equal here. Now we can cancel the common term here, that is DC, which implies that BD is equal to CF. This is what we have to do. Okay, just understand or the terms which in the figure we have lines are parallel. This is a sign of parallel, and these two sides are equal. One more thing is that angles are equal. Here, when lines are parallel, that means this angle and this, we have two angles here which are alternate to each other. So alternate angles are equal to each other. Okay, that's it from the exercise A. I hope you like this video, and thank you so much, and be safe and thankful. Thank you.